Let me tell you something. It's hot as hell. Who agree with me? Oh, if you agree with me, just show some. I don't even want to tell you to show some fire sign because it will worse hot. Share. I am sharing.
Um,
I, I wonder if it's because I interviewing that special person tonight, or why it seems so extremely hot. Or it's because of what I have on. Let's see. Link. Share. You see, I'm on my phone and I am sharing.
you can tell me have the card. Sure. You can see if the WhatsApp to the
Mhm.
card.
I'm sharing and I'm sharing away. Share. YouTube live.
Oh, that's what I've done.
YouTube live. Yeah. Woo! Jeez, what you sweat and run down? Woo! You know, this is really going to be a hot live tonight. Hmm? Let me see what's going on for my chats. Because you know I have to keep in touch with y'all, right? Yes. So, okay. Who is this? Huh? Well, I will do all of that a little from now because I'm seeing something that's so special and nice here. So, welcome ones and ones, subscribers, viewers. Welcome to another beautiful night of Expressions JA's YouTube Live, which your favorite character from the Bartender. You know how we do. We'll always have to have them engage into some kind of fun and some kind of laughter because that is what we bring to this channel. Yes, for you, our viewers and subscribers. We bring a lot of laughter, we bring a lot of fun. Woo. Let me sing the song. It's getting hot in here. We're not taking off no clothes, so don't bother with that. Let me see the fire signs and the thumbs up as soon as you enter the chat. Because you know, yes, Karen, you had to be here tonight, don't it? You had to be here tonight. Again, I say welcome to all of my viewers and subscribers, my 141K subscribers. Big up on yourself. Thank you so much for the support and all the love and all the respect that you have been given and we have been showing to you all. You know, we have to do our due diligence, as we say. All the new products that's coming out soon and soon, all the new shows, new stuff that's coming out on the channel. Please stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell, as we always say, people. If you don't hit the bell, you're not gonna get a notification. So hit that bell, and when you do tell somebody about it, tell them also to hit that bell. Yes, remember also, please, to go on Facebook and like and join our page. That's Expressions JA. That's EXPRESSIONZ JA. Because a lot of people persons keep putting on the E on the expressions. It's no E, it's an X. EXPRESSIONZ JA. Yes, that's on Facebook. And on Instagram, please go and follow our page, Expressions JA Productions, and the official Bartender. You'll get all your updates on these channels, whether it be YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. You soon we're going on Snapchat too. And TikTok. Because you know everything is just hot on social media nowadays, right? Again, for persons who are still wondering how or trying to find out how to become a member, I see here, let me go back up to the top of my page, Jassy. Welcome for turning a member today. Welcome. I hope you do enjoy all the nice little perks that you're getting in your, in the members only, because I know members only have one with themself and them hot and them nice and all of these things right across the board. Yes? Again, I say for those of you who are trying to become members and still have not yet figured it out, please click on any one of the videos, click on the description below, and follow all the instructions there. Alright? It's quite simple, quite easy. If you're in Jamaica, you need a VPN. Now the link for the VPN is also there. All you need to do is click on that link and follow that instruction. Yes? If you're overseas, all you need to do is click on the join button once you see the join button. If you don't see the join button, maybe you need to update or upgrade your phone. If it does not work on the phone, you need to do it via laptop, tablet, or iPad, whichever one. Maybe you'll get through there much faster. Not maybe, you'll get through there much faster. Yes, in becoming a member. And just follow, as I said, follow the descriptions, follow the instructions in the descriptions. You can't go wrong. You'll become your member quick and fast just like that. And you'll catch your episodes quick and fast just like that. Because guess what? We're not playing around here. 4 scenes for the day. Time, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. What am I just saying? Memory, 7 a.m., 7:15 a.m., right? 7 p.m. and 7:15 p.m. Don't miss it. And trust me, if you miss it, you can always go back and watch and you are updated. Yeah? Make sure, listen, I become an audience member because I just wait till the end of the evening and then I just watch from morning scene to evening scene. And you know, we don't give you anything but pure excitement and pure fun. Because I know, you know, I'm about to ask some questions tonight that, yeah, I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them. Again, let me just big up my persons who are just joining in on the chat. Karen Francis, big up yourself. Barbara Morgan, big up yourself. You know, my members them large and tall abroad, so let me just big them up same way. Everybody on the live tonight, thank you so much for joining in. Alicia, Karen, Keisha, Stacy, Hughes, Karen, Christy, big up on yourself. You missed Mr. Mullins' interview, Alicia? Fear not. You can go back on the channel and catch the episodes. A lot of persons are saying, you know, they're having challenges finding the stuff on the page. Guys, go to Expressions JA, YouTube. This is YouTube now we're talking. Go to Expressions JA, type it in. When it comes up, you click on or what you call that or page or home page right there, and then you are going to see the page come up. You're gonna see all the things across the board, like the live, the chat, the this, the that, the playlist. Click on the playlist. When you click on the playlist, you are going to see a whole lot of folders coming down. Click on the Bartender 2023. Now you have a whole lot of catching up to do, so get started. See, I just telling you how to find it. Because a lot of persons seem to keep walking up to me in the streets and saying, hey, I cannot find, and the scene's this, and this scene miss me. Quite easy. Click on the playlist, the Bartender 2023, and you'll find all your scenes right there. Yeah? It's so much fun. As I said to you before, we bring a lot of excitement, a lot of suspense, a lot of drama, but everything that we bring to you is also reality. It is real to life. If it not go so, it go near so. Not true. Now, when I know the night get a little away, let me take a little sip first. Steaming. Woo! Now, what are my guests saying? Okay. You're waiting too long, Lisa? Listen to me, alright, you have to wait no longer, no more. Pebbles, please to leave me alone. Please to leave me alone. Lisa Bliss, big up yourself. Listen, you'll get to join because I always like to keep my audience members interactive, alright? So here we go. Quick and spicy and short. This gentleman by no means needs no introduction. Yes. He didn't know. Listen, you see it? He behaving bad already. So bad. Let me just see what some of my other guests are saying. So, Alicia, behave. Again, for those of you who are just joining in on the live, welcome. It's another beautiful Sunday night live. Look at my background. All lights, all glim. Yes, it's another beautiful Sunday night, but it's hot. Don't worry about the heat though, because I mean, someone wanna have fun, I don't have any. Another beautiful Sunday night, and I want to say thank you for those of you who made the time to be here. Let me big up my sponsor, my clothing sponsor, Stylish Boutique JA, my beautiful top. Yes, sir. Let me just stand up and give you a spin. I mean, just for you to see the top. It's going on with a bag of things. Let me turn. Only pop bag of something around here. Remember again, I said she is located on Instagram. They hacked her page the other day. So importantly, we're gonna go over, guys, and refollow her page, Stylish Boutique JA, or Stylish Boss Babe. She is located in Clock Tower Plaza, 5A Clock Tower Plaza to be exact. She suits every size, whether you're slim, you're thick, small, short, don't matter. She got you. Any session at all, anything, wedding, funeral, any one of them. She got you. Just go and tell her, the Expressions JA, Shelly, send you, yeah? And she sort you out. Good price and all of these things, yes? So, the big moment. This gentleman, he is a veteran in the business. I never cost me for the word, but I care zero. He's a veteran in the business. And he is well known for him acting, his radio voice, his charm, I'm not even gonna go any further because I'm gonna let him come on and he's gonna talk to us about himself, and then I am going to, I have to go and speak to Mr. Savage. You understand? Paying the shreds, yeah? So ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers, without further ado, I bring to you Mr. Rodney Campbell, aka Savage. I have only for other name, but yeah. So we have to do the adjusting. So, Mr. Savage, you can have a seat, please. It looks clean and nice and cute. Oh my God. Mr. Savage, good night. Mr. Campbell, good night. But that's who we're talking to tonight, right? Mr. Campbell, we're not talking to Mr. Savage as yet. Let me see the, whoa, okay, I didn't have to ask. Watch fire sign, oh my gosh. See, everybody jump in and say they remember this, they remember that. Marcia Roddock, don't do that. Do not do that. What you mean, Mr. and Miss, anyway. Let me take a deep breath. No. Good night, Mr. Campbell. How are you?
I'm alright.
It's a wait.
Good.
It's a pleasure having you on Expressions JA's YouTube live tonight.
It's my pleasure to be here as well.
A lot of persons tonight, I mean, trust me, you're going to get in the feelings, you're going to get and them love you, see? Them love you very much.
No, because, I mean, as far as I know, when I started this, I was probably easily going to become one of the most disliked persons in this show, so.
Don't worry yourself, you are most loved and hated at the same time. I can't say that.
They love to hate.
They love to hate you.
I can't live with that.
Rodney.
Yeah.
Tell us about Rodney. I mean, I've known the little that I know about you. Is not, I know that you have your radio personality, but I mean, tell me about Rodney from Yay high to high school.
Um, what is there to tell? Let's see. I think I lived a very good life as a child. And it's funny because your name in the show is Brissett. And my very first school was Miss Brissett in Avondale. Left there and went to the St. Richard's Primary.
The St. Richard's
Yeah,
Primary.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was a fun kid. Had a fun life. Did everything that I think kids could do. I think I was fortunate, very blessed. I got every opportunity I could possibly want to get. And went to St. George's College.
So you could say from then, Rodney grew up as a spoiled child. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it.
No.
Go, Mr. Campbell.
Spoiled, no, because anybody who knows my mother, God rest her soul, will tell you, she was my first teacher, bona fide teacher. I mean, when I was in primary school, I had to be already reading Animal Farm. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of levels, but she was at old school, spent a significant amount of time in the English life, came back to Jamaica. So she was no nonsense when it came to principles, but she also taught me every possible thing. And the biggest thing I believe she taught me was the man who uses a broom is as important than the man who sits on a throne. So never believe for some reason that wherever you are in life, that there are some people who you look down on and some people you look up at. Always aspire to carry people with you. It's not everybody you can carry, but always respect people for who they are and not where they are. It doesn't mean then that you take disrespect, but I think my high school years, I have friends who would say different things about me. At St. George's or Jamaica College, I got the light blue first, and then I went for the dark blue. So it's fair to say I'm a blues specialist. Right.
Okay.
Right. So I was able, I think, as part of my opportunities as well, because she believed in not giving me a religion. She said, "Here what, go forth," and she exposed me. She allowed me, whether my family, friends, whatever, to go to every possible denomination with the idea that I didn't have to be Roman Catholic.
Okay.
Wherever I found myself comfortable enough, because she said it's not a good idea to impose things like religion.
Right.
But pretty much, I think because of school, community, life in general, I still went back to Holy Cross as my foundation. But as I said, I really think I built a good life. I started doing advertising with my voice very young as well.
Really? So alright, so Rodney, you touched on, your mother being that, because your mother is a churchgoer, and she never subject you to one denomination.
And let's get it clear, she was never going to be that kind of Christian. That everything is all about, she was not rabid Christian, but she was a devout believer in the Lord. Very spiritual, not religious.
Right.
Yeah.
So Rodney, let me ask the question.
Me end up some.
No. We are getting there.
Yeah.
You still go to church?
Honestly, I can't make excuses for it. I always said I didn't want to be the person who only go to church for wedding and funeral, because that make you a 4-wheel Christian. Yeah, you don't know the four-wheel Christians. Them driving a car for the christening, them driving a car for the wedding, and then driving a car.
Funeral.
So, I think I need to spend more time going back to church, not because I am seeking of the Lord, because I am also a very spiritual individual. But I don't think people understand the value of that communal moment in church. It's not about trying to be denominational.
Right.
It's a good vibe and a good spirit. And sometimes, you need different things. The same way you go and you enjoy music, but the purpose is of your entertainment. Church is sometimes that place that gives you just a different kind of thing.
It gives you a different vibe, a different energy.
You go river for one thing and
Yes,
see. You
yes.
go club, you go church.
Yes.
It's a different thing, So
What are some of the things you were involved in high school?
I was always big on football. I always used to love play football. The problem was to train and join the team. Because
What you mean?
no, that required discipline, everyday training. And I understand why so many young people who have talent waste it. Because to be disciplined is not easy. To remain focused, and then if you are good at something and you don't understand the value of sticking to what you're good at, especially if you love it, then the distractions, because trust me, when you have a choice between your queen's girlfriend or you're gonna look some girl that hold a child with her anchors and centuries and you're all over the place.
No, man.
The idea of training every day, so you skip to training, then you can't bother training, and then you really want to make the team, so you show up again to training and the coach said,
No, man, you're not cut out for
it
this.
don't work like I mean, I ran at Gibson one year, and
You know what? Wait, wanna hear that? You know what?
I ran at Gibson one year, I never ran a champs, because after that,
You couldn't bother.
it's not that,
You just couldn't bother, Rod.
that too, and what happens is, we don't necessarily focus youths with a purpose. Sometimes we say to them, go find what you like. And they can do many different things. So they do this, but there's something over there. And then they do this, and sometimes people look at it and say, hey, it's good that you can do so many things. And because nobody necessarily wants to chain you to something, because a lot of parents, and it's no disrespect to them, everybody must do what they want, but a lot of the times we live vicariously through our children. So a man who had a plan to become a big time footballer, it's not surprising if he would literally be drilling his son with talent. And in truth and in fact, maybe his son want to play something else, maybe his son doing, he's good, but maybe he likes the sport but not the competition.
Okay.
Like my son Alex is one of the best swimmers I've ever seen. But when the time came for me to say to him, all right, so let me line up some teams, all right, and he said to me, honestly, I love doing this, but I don't want to. I just left it. In a way, it sort of said, yo, but you have to just leave it. So,
Rodney was one of those neat students at school where him just, he couldn't bother for dirty up the clothes after a time, because even them get involved, because you hear him mention the queens and the holy childhood and the this and the that, girls them all over and all of these things. But Rodney, you mentioned family. I mean, I was getting there, you're a family man. Wife, kids.
No wife. You used to be telling me.
Him not single though.
But I tell you that the show is a marriage. And no, I'm not anti-marriage. Let me just say it. I believe so deeply.
Single ladies out there?
In the institution of marriage, that to jump on those, over the years and say, oh, I should do this because it's the right thing. And it's not that you haven't met the right person. It's just it's unfair for you and another individual to do something that you believe is so valuable in a ceremonial way. You know, you have people keep saying to you, yeah man, you're married. And then when you realize a wedding is what they're talking about and not a marriage.
Not right.
And you know, I don't ever subscribe to the idea that divorce is something that you must just have, like put on like a drink.
Yeah, like you know,
So
you just take it up and.
So over many years, as I said, I've respected it, but women have a tendency to always believe that the man who is not married is running from commitment. It's not about that, you know. So,
But Rodney, that's some men, and I mean we'll get into that conversation a little later on in the argument. School. Back to you in high school.
Yeah.
Did you find, because you mentioned earlier too that you got your radio voice.
Yeah.
You did your first commercial.
Yeah, I was about 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I grew up around being exposed to a lot of greats in media and advertising.
How so?
But Henry Stennett from RJR, God rest his soul, lived down the road. Never Willoughby was nearby as well. And because of friends and friends and friends, so by the time I come to your house, right next door to you is this person and that person.
I see.
You know, so, and there's Leonie Forbes and all these
May her soul
greats.
rest in peace.
So, at one point, we had you know, it was mandatory to go to be a member of the Tom Redcam Library.
Yeah.
Now, at St. Richard's, I ended up in the choir.
You too?
Yeah. So, Mr. Hall.
Stick up here.
Yeah.
Mr. Hall, which is Dennis Hall.
No, Lloyd Hall.
Okay.
Who was the
Because I
choir
was just
director.
going back to Shepherd, where, you know, Shepherd was a part of.
Yeah, Shepard went to St. Richard's too.
Oh man.
He was about 3 years.
Above you?
No.
Or below you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So he decided that he was going to choose a set of students to go to, because he had a thing at School of Music. One of the things I tell you about is this unfulfilled purpose. I always wanted to play different instruments. So my mother said, well, here what happened. Go with piano, violin, and clarinet. So you'd have had wind, string, keys. So going over there a couple of times, you realize it's very rigid, not much fun, and not many people because it's a select group. So I end up getting an opportunity now to go ring ding, which is at JBC. So I go on and they had a dance show right after that and where it's at. So I screeching, leave Lloyd Hall practice, reach a JBC, and ring ding, here comes where it's at. And I'm dancing, going on, in the middle of the people of the live show. And I remember, I think it was Desmond Chambers, or one of them who came after and took me aside. And while talking to him, so, but, you know, you have this personality, you know. And we get this voice from a young boy. And little by little, I did an ad, Colgate, I did something else, Never Willoughby, eventually I did something. But it was never something that made me say, hey, you know something, this is what I want to do in life. No, it was just something else because my core thing, still today, is writing. I never wanted to do radio, or television, or film, or none of those things. I wanted to remain the silent writer. Just somebody just writes.
Yes.
So, when opportunity presents itself, well.
Exactly, when the opportunity presents itself. And a lot of times growing up, I think with some kids, opportunity presents itself, but
one of the worst things that can happen to you as a child, or as a young person, is to have the people who are responsible for you And that's responsible in your family, responsible in your community, in your school. Who keep saying to you, no man, take that off your mind. That's enough for you. Or, oh, that rich people think that. You know, it's almost like, I met a kid from the Selassie who played badminton. And it's sort of like, you'd be surprised to know how good he was. But it's almost as if he had to live that life because everybody sort of said to him, badminton. No, so white people think that, and it's only people who go to certain schools,
Right.
and what's the point?
Right.
So we need to understand that when opportunities present itself, never look at your circumstances and decide that someone else's circumstances can't be realized, because everybody comes with their own
Yes.
box, and not everybody is able to look at it and say, you know, oh, so you want to doctor? Go on, instead of, no sir, you know, you're not going to reach this one.
Okay.
You know, so.
So, Rodney, you said that being a writer was always a part of your, that's what you were always wanted to do.
Yeah, well,
Acting was never a part of that? I mean,
you do it at my earliest memory at Miss Bristol School. I still today have pictures of it. Dance and singing, but it was.
who? The what?
No,
What
but-
is that word? Did he just say dancing?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was a very, let's call it a rather proper school,
Ah.
and as such, you know, we're talking about bow tie, white shirt, black pants.
Wow.
Kind of performance type thing. So yeah, they did that. At St. Richard's, you know, you have to do that kind of thing. But I understood acting to be something that was not. It's not everybody an actor. So you're growing up and you understand that, okay, fine. Jamaica has a few. And growing up, you're watching television and you're getting the Humphrey Bogart and the Rita Hayworth, and as time goes by, but you understand that this is who you watch. This is not who you are, because it's just a moment when you're doing a school concert.
Right.
Yeah, and just funny you mentioned dancing. By the time I finished high school, I'd already been through 4 dance groups.
4 dance group.
Yeah, man. Performer, all school movies, school barbecues, the works. Yeah.
You still can dance, Rodney?
Uh,
Well,
a lot of people don't
listen.
think
As
so.
soon as in hear music, in foot them start move. Hold on, Rodney. Let me just say thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you. People, please remember Sunday night is offering night. So remember to throw your offerings and all of these.
Oh, praise
things.
God. Give.
Give and give
To be,
generously.
give none to do.
We like the ones that jingle, but we prefer the ones that fold.
Yeah,
Thank you,
crypto.
Jesus. Please do remember to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. For those of you who are just joining our live tonight, Dimples, big up yourself. I see that it look like you're just joining on. Thank you so much. There was a comment that Just Fluffy Quilting and Yarn Crafts mentioned earlier. Big up yourself. I'm telling us I'm going to keep it in check tonight, because I really know if I can't read all, I am going to read most of them.
Thanks.
Okay, so back to your, we're fast tracking now, and you're out of high school and thing. Tell me, you have been a part of a few movie productions and stage productions. Tell us about those.
You asked me now, we're going to try to remember something.
Come on.
Well, alright.
Glory to Glory, and you want me to start for you?
Glory to Glory. Get Alive.
Right. And alright. So what character did you play in Glory to Gloriana? Karen, big up yourself. Thank you so much, my darling. Offering Chode.
You talk about a man people love to hear. That was my character was Milton Minto. He was the husband of Gloria Minto, who is still today the owner of Hotel Gloria in Montego Bay. It was the most interesting the making of the film. And years after that film, I've gone through a celebration all the way to physical attack, because people take this thing a little too seriously.
You mean physical publicly?
Yeah, because you know there are people who, just like Bartender, you know, that are the soap opera era that a lot of people grew up on, who are still so very passionate.
Yes.
That they see you as that individual and whatever they have in their minds, because maybe some things trigger circumstances. I don't know. You know, I did do an movie in a car with a child, but anyway.
What was your role in Get Out? How many persons here?
Get Alive?
Get Alive, sorry, Get Alive.
Yeah.
How many persons here remembers that movie?
Get Alive starred one of the best actors Jamaica had.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
To name a few, Chris McFarlane, may his soul rest in peace.
And it's funny because Chris Mack had never been Batman. And they gave Chris this role, and Chris said, "But I don't understand, because Batman in Jamaica and right?" And they gave him like a theatrical and makeup type scar.
Listen,
And
tell
Chris
us something.
took it, so we were supposed to be the henchmen,
Right.
you know, about three of us, and everywhere we go, and it was something else, you know. Kadeem, this was in that, Kevin Burton,
Yes.
who is now I think in Ghana.
Right.
Yeah man, epic.
What are some of the stage plays you have been a part of?
Foreplay, which I won a best supporting actor for.
Mad.
And that story must be. I'm not afraid to tell it, but I always say people need to understand sometimes that it takes the worst of something to bring the redemption of the best of something. I was in a show, David Heron production, at Fairfield Theatre in Mobile. I rent a car and I'm leaving Kingston, driving down. Out by Runaway Bay. I don't know how I survived that accident to this day. A man was overtaking another man and just couldn't take it. Hit me over the road, put me over a kind of pasture with a grade.
Right.
Car right off, completely done. My main concern at the time, it down on me, so hold on a minute. The car rented. But in a split second, the most important thing is to get to Mobile.
Right.
So I'm paying up on all of these things, but I go to the police station and I said to them, look, I need to find a way to get to Mobile. I worked out. Them called me and asked me, so where? And I begged them, said, all right, them said they're going to hold the show. I said, all right, fine. And I drove even faster after that going than I was at any point. When I reached them, tell me, the show, I'm canceling the show. People are waiting like 15 minutes and, you know, and the way them stay, here what happened. You better cancel the show.
Where we go from there?
Where we go from? Fast forward years past. David Tuller gets the rights to show a David Heron production at Fairfield Theatre.
Wow.
And decides he wants me in the production. I go. That year, you have to have a certain amount of shows to be judged,
Right.
to to qualify for an actor, to be on the actor
Active,
boy
right.
list. We met, I think it's 6 shows.
Right.
That's it. We were supposed to run longer, it didn't work. It was 6 shows. I got nominated. I decided I wasn't even going to go. I went after much convincing. And I remember even looking at the list of nominees. I think Michael Nichols was in there, Glenn Campbell.
So
was
by
in there.
this time, you look on it, you just said,
No man, one is six shows. We're talking about shows that run for months.
Right.
So plus when you're looking at the category, and I see Glenn and
Yes,
this and
you know you don't stand a chance, right?
But I
Yes, sir.
only went because my hair could have looked bad. I'm a name call, and I laugh, see me, and that's a real.
A joke, right?
I think Glenn must have said to me, "Congrats, man, go on." And I said, and them said to me, "Hey, what want?" It was surreal because nobody ever worked with me after that, because it was understood that I wasn't somebody to work with, because you can't, because of it, you have to
We
cancel
cancel
a show.
show. Mm.
Nobody know want to work with you now, and everybody thought, all right, good. So to get this opportunity in the same theater, with the same writer and producer that I had worked with before, and this happened, it just seemed to be, and I was nominated and won. That
goes to show, you know, the determination and because did they know that you met in an accident? Did you tell them?
Yeah, they knew, but here what happened. I don't hold it against them in any way to say,
Right.
oh, you know, business is business.
Right.
And you might feel bad for your castmate under the circumstances of what happened.
Right.
But you have to look at a bigger picture and say, you know, something, this is what it was, and you know, it was the next morning that you went doctor and whatever, because all that matters was
Getting there for the show. Wow. True determination of an actor.
I think I've worked in my first production was This Thing, which was a satirical review. And for those who need to understand it, we have all these people in a show, and you take the social issues and make fun of them as best as you can.
Okay.
And myself, and I just segue a second. Chris Daly was in that thing, and he became the youngest person to ever win an actor award.
Wow.
Out of this thing. And this came out of us hanging at Grab Shop at Devon House every week for karaoke. And who used to imitate, like I imitate the voice. Yeah,
Right.
you know my thing. We imitate a whole heap of people in the public space. Chris, thing. So Oliver Mayer, who is now the Consul General to Florida or
Something like that.
right. He came up with this idea, having done some shows prior. He came up and said, you know what? And we all wrote, this was the first real organic vibe for me. We all played a part in writing different scenes. And we all, it was Oliver's show, but it was our show.
Or yeah. I mean, you stepped into your element because you got to write.
Yeah, but I tell you something. We only set out, those days it was New Kingston Theatre. We only set out to run 2 weekends.
Right.
We ran for 3 months.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
3 exciting ones, I'm assuming.
It was hilarious. But you know, I mean, I've done some stuff. I don't consider myself an actor. I consider myself somebody who has done acting.
Acting, okay.
So Denzel is an actor. That's
right.
all he do.
Yeah.
You know, fly a plane and then go up and
Exactly.
film. So I've done some. So if I don't remember some of them, it's simply because when the time comes to do the work,
You just do
I
it.
do the work, and I can't leave off the memory of that, because nobody cares how good you are in something else.
Yeah.
It's all about, so.
Presently. All right, you mentioned working with Chris
Yeah.
Mack.
Chris Mark. Yeah.
Kadeem Wilson.
Yeah.
Name some of the other top names you have been on stage or in movies with.
For Glory to Gloriana. If I remember well, there was Miss Joyce from Lime Tree Lane.
Who remember them movie there?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you now.
You got Lime Tree Lane, you know. Remember, you know, your whole school, you know.
Let's have a go. Bello.
May his soul rest.
It's so funny when you call a lot of these names now and what come. I did voice work with you.
Wow, that must be amazing.
And let me now tell you, in that same movie, it was my mother.
Hey!
No, see, and it was the most bizarre thing because nobody told me Leonie was going to be in the movie, much less
Your mother.
my mother. And I said to people, no matter what you think about the movie, and you might think of me and my character, and Leonie Forbes spent 5 minutes in that movie and taught years of film acting in that 5 minutes.
Wow.
Trust me. All I know is I'm supposed to be lying there and I open my eyes and I'm sick and what have you, and she's fanning me, and Bertina Macaulay is supposed to be this older woman with them sent fans. And in those minutes, I remember watching that thing for a long time and I said, look at this master class, how to have immaculate timing and
Presence
nuance
and
and
yes.
the works, you
Yes.
know. So yeah, and I've worked with Valier,
Yes.
both locally and overseas.
Nice. So, Robbie,
Yes,
how long
so
have you?
good.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll go back to
Man,
it, but you know, for
yeah.
all the great actors, actresses,
Yeah.
you know, may your soul rest well. I mean, you have left an indelible mark
Yeah.
on other actors and actresses. I mean, they look on to what the work that you have done thus far, and you know, take a page. They have taken a page out of your book and just executed it the best way they can. And I mean, we thank you. I mean, you're not here with us, but we thank you. Thank you for those lessons that you have taught along the way. How long have you been in radio?
We work with the old man that we know on TV. Yeah. Yeah. Radio?
Yes. How long have you been in radio?
Shut it up, right? Let people understand.
Yeah. Oh, well, it is.
Certainly. Alright, so I've been in journalism / broadcasting. I think over 36 years. Over 30 years, yeah.
Over 30 years.
So like it roll up. Yeah, but as I say, I got exposed very young, so
Right.
you know.
But I mean professionally, because you I don't know if you still host that I doubt it, that I used to listen to that night show
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
Yeah, I know do Affairs of the Heart, which is
Right.
on Nationwide.
Okay.
Every Tuesday night.
Okay, listen to me now, people.
Yeah.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
Some topics talk
Yeah.
about uncensored. Trust
Nobody
me.
wanted to touch that stuff.
No, exactly. But Mr. Campbell touched on it, and
Simone.
and Simone,
Yeah.
excellent job, excellent job. So, Shawnette, Miss Davis, please behave yourself. Shawnette says savage voice. Hey. What I tell you, I went read out on the red student and I don't think it's a joke.
Read them out. Praise the Lord, read them out.
So savage. How did you? I mean, you know, we're moving down the line to the bartender.
Yeah.
How did you get involved, introduced, and being a part of the bartender?
So I'd seen some of it, and you know, I said, well, come on, go on. And I mean, obviously somebody who incidentally, all the search as primary one too. Yeah. He used to teach me. No more, but yeah, but it's not that.
Not that, right.
No. Also, I've always been very supportive of things I will do. I don't know if you remember back in the day when when it came on to like dance expressions, and but to make sure I said, yeah, Fame Road Park, yeah, dance expressions, you know? Yeah, so he called me and said, boy, you know the bartender, you know? Yeah. And I said, yeah man. So, one day if
You can make a cameo.
just pass through, like a cameo, maybe like a 5 minute, you know? Yeah. Come, I think about calling, but Bobby Smith, me I talk to him, Bobby say, yeah man, call him, man. He say, yeah man, no problem. And I said, well, my willingness at that point, after doing this cameo, was to simply try and assist him with the things that I've experienced with.
Right.
And he said, well, you know what happened now? Like, oh, you're willing to, you wouldn't mind do a thing tomorrow. Okay. Here we are. I mean, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. I think the same, Bobby would have probably had the same story.
So that's how you got introduced to Bobby. How is it working with Orville? I mean, I've asked the question, I really value other person's opinions, how is it working with Mr. Hall?
I would tell anybody that there are certain qualities that I admire in people, and it doesn't start with who they are, because let me tell you straight, I don't need to like you to work with you, but I respect you, because if I don't respect that, I really don't think there's anything that can get me there.
Right.
So the moment I realized what he was doing and how he was doing it, and I said, but you shoot every day? Yeah man. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, at the time we reached about 7, just heading into 7. And I said, it's not 3 cameras set up and you don't have a team and you're out there going with a bag of excitement and the most, no. And I remember looking back, and I said it to him, I said, I could list several things that I've done and things I've been exposed to. One, there are few, and when I say few local things that I've ever run for a seriously extended time. Royal Palm is probably the longest running one. Oliver has done a lot, but then he's had times that in Ghana, overseas, whatever. For you to reach 7 shooting every day, you don't have a truck of equipment. You don't have days that you can send out those 4 people to shoot over so and the other 4 over so. And I'm looking at him doing this, and I said, man, what it takes to do this, I know people have done it. People have used technology like we're using and saved themselves all of that. And after 3 months, you realize them start drop. So you don't see something for 2 weeks and you see something else, and it's very, very difficult to do it. And when I see somebody with an idea, and when I say an idea, the idea is tomorrow, the day after, last month, next month, to the person to determine what's gonna happen. You have to be directing it, shooting it, writing it,
Producing it.
you make sure it's edit. Now, some people look at it and everybody say, oh yeah man, and everybody want credit for different things.
Right.
Fine. Anybody who is willing to stick to that and who wants it to move from here to there, because for quite some time I suspect a lot of people are going to be comfortable with something that's going on if it goes like this. The longer it goes like this, the only thing I know that will always go like that is a flat line.
Right. Yeah.
And
True.
a flat line, you know,
Yeah, it goes, yes.
Good. So, sooner or later, I said, but, you know, I've really give him the support, because I don't expect perfection out of him in terms of how he is, because I understand the creative circumstance. A man is pleasant for the next 3 weeks. The day when he come with him head chip, it's not personal. I've been in media long enough to tell people, and I keep telling a lot of the young people, a lot of the times it's not, don't take it personally. The fact say I turn to you and say to you, so the aim is for us to get this. When we're done, we say, alright, so I want, come have a drink. And I will always say, I don't think he gets the kind of, well, Bartender get a water and so,
Oh gosh, man.
so I can no longer say that he's not getting the appreciation. But a lot of the times I look at some things and I say, you know, he's made some very good choices and very bad decisions. And one of the things you have to understand, people always ask me, oh, you remember when Rising Star just started? Yeah man, and them cuss Denny's, them cuss her, them cuss her, them cuss her. But then nobody remembers how many years she had been there. And when the time comes, you have to change. Oh, no man, we done with this, all the bullets are gone. And then cuss the person who come after. But you realize I'm a cuss the person who come after for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, 1 year, 2 years. And then you keep going through that. So there's a reason why a lot of the times BT used to do it. You get these hosts and then change.
It changes, yeah. But I mean,
the biggest of series.
Life changes.
No, but the biggest of series, you know, you always want to know. It's always good when you have a lot of people who become unavailable. And they become unavailable because the opportunities that present themselves out of one thing. 50 Cent of what's that series about? Power?
Power, yes.
And
from Power to...
now what a man need to do another movie.
Yeah.
So you have to do something with that character.
Yeah.
So somebody can go and pursue something else.
Yeah.
And you bring them back. Or there are other people who they're coming up. And it's time for them to make an exit.
Music, yeah.
Because, and you always say, some people, you don't really explain it. Some other people sit down like in a forum like this and them say, well, you have now Tom get this and Harry get that. So, yeah, but what next? And you just evolution. And
Yeah,
sometimes, you have to accept evolution.
Yeah.
Especially when you've had good run.
Yeah.
So, in some of the decisions, I would say, was based more on making sure that everything remained the same. And nothing is wrong with that. It's just that as your vibe or your views
And your thought
or
process.
the aim changes, a lot of people don't necessarily make that change with you.
Yeah.
And then now you start to get a lot of issues sort of like, hold on a minute, how you changing this? And I put it to like a child. You live in your parents' house for a period of time, and there comes the day when you say, hold on, no, man, I don't like what go on. Well, you kind of, either you go for your own, or you work with it, you know. The fact that you've always had discomfort, it's time for discomfort.
So you would actually say working with Orville is just a life experience. I mean, a different side of a life experience.
Yeah, and anywhere I see young people, because look here, now, old man.
He said it.
Yeah, man. And then
you see how they behave like you don't want to know.
And then Bobby know, as a man with me, I have to call uncle because him that old, right? But then when you look at a lot of other people, you look at, say, a Whisper and a Tony, and then you get like a Carrie. You're looking at all these youngsters who
are making a new impact.
Yeah, and the average person, Orville is probably one of the few people who have continued for a long time with people who did not wear the label established actor.
Okay.
People who didn't know that, yeah man, this is something we can do. And
it
so many different kinds.
It takes a genius to find, to even see somebody or see a person and say, you have talent in him.
That's a casting skill.
Yes. And what I've noticed with him, he has that thing about him to pinpoint a particular person and say, you have talent, you have. But you know that you have mentioned, the names of other characters. How is it working with other characters? Because I'm coming to talk to Savage right now, because I want to talk to you.
As you know, part of what I try and do is I try to help my fellow actors. And I don't necessarily help them because their characters need help. But sometimes you sort of see in somebody what they don't necessarily see in themselves. So every day you might go out there and, Whisper is supposed to be loyal to you, and that's it. But he has to have the ability to show sometimes a breaking point or a sort of, people always say when him laugh or when him smile, it's a different thing. You always want to find range. We've seen range with Tony and that. I don't even think she necessarily understood that she could find that kind of range. Because it's a little disappointing when you find people who you see something and then they refuse to try and be who you see, because it's sort of like, no, look here, I saw me do it from ever since. I don't see no reason why. Alright, cool, so try that and you get the same thing. So working with everybody, I remember we have a very diverse set of people, right? And it's really funny because I've known some of them before.
Right.
So a Tesfa. Tesfa and I can work because I know Tesfa, I know Bobby. Ruth.
Right.
Who has Masu, who I've worked with before. So that's the actors right there. Then you look at, Stone and Itis and all of it. Who in Jamaica would have decided whether they're doing film, TV, whatever, who would have decided to cast half the people
that is working in
who've
this
been in this show? Right? I've worked with Sabrina as well, right? But when you think about it, the opportunity to walk through some doors and be seen, remember now we're not talking about TV series days. when it done, it done. We're not talking about theater. When the show run done, it done.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about, and we're not even talking about film that you walk in a car, sit down, watch it, and when it done show, it done show.
Right.
We're in that era of that YouTube and social media setting that lands you immortal.
Right.
I can watch December Gone like that.
Right.
I can watch 2 years ago like that. And what it offers people is an opportunity, and I don't think a lot of young people understand this. There are people who sit specifically to go through shows like Bartender. They look for new content. When they find it, they look for a variety of characters. They're talking about a set of people who are looking through hundreds of stuff, and their aim is to find a new face and a character. Out of the blue, they suddenly see somebody and say, who's this person? And you get a phone call, bam, 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 and next thing you know, bam, they're in something. And you say, oh, that happened. That's where you are. So you always have to, you can't be the bartender and think, that's it.
Think about it, think beyond.
Yeah, man, it has to be that there's always something,
Yes.
right? And in advertising world, there are people who will look and you're watching an episode, I simply say, Shelly, go, you ever see this thing, huh? What that? Bartender? No. And you sit down and you watch it 2 times. So, hey, whoa, stop. Who this dude? Oh, no, so.
Just the face and the look.
Yeah.
The face, the look,
See
the
the
voice.
person I look for them.
Yes.
And the availability.
Yes.
And you know, it opens doors, but you know, you have to be able to look through a clean window
Yes.
to see an opportunity. A lot of
Yes.
the times when the window dirty, you know, it's easier for you to see the dirt instead of just take a cloth and wipe it.
True.
So you can see clearly.
True.
You know, and when people start off in small rooms, it's hard for them to have big mind.
True. So I'm having this lovely conversation here with Mr. Rodney Campbell, and pity him don't know that, you know, I would like to speak to Savage. So
Raymond, no.
I would like to speak with.
No, you can't call me Savage.
You know,
You have to now call
so,
me Raymond.
listen, for those of you who are just joined the live and you have missed out the first part, don't worry. You can always go back and watch the exciting live that is happening now. Barbara, big up yourself. Karen, big up yourself. Ruthie, big up yourself. Dimples in the building. Unbottled Eruption, big up. Alicia, big up to everybody else that's on live tonight. You know, we do appreciate and love you. Remember to go and like up, and remember hit the notification bell for all your notifications. Remember to go on Facebook, Expressions JA, join the group, like, yes, and also remember, tell people to subscribe. Click on any video, click on the description, follow the instructions. If you're in Jamaica, all you need to do is download the VPN and you are good to go. Just follow the instructions on the VPN. If you're overseas, all you need to do is click on that join button. Yes? So,
Proceeding was
Barbara, thank you.
By the bartender.
Barbara, thank you so much. Offering showed again. But, you know, little does Mr. Campbell know that I'm gonna, you know, be asking him to give us, you know, a little bit of his radio voice, you know, because, you know, yeah, a lot of persons are on here with just so, they're so thrilled with your voice. So, you know, they want to know, you know, what is, you know what I mean?
Right.
How it's going across and how it sounds. And, you know, to send for the females here, you know, just to give them chills down them spine again. Remember, as I said, the view is so awesome tonight. So gorgeous. Beautiful Sunday night, but, you know, time a little warm and things.
Sure.
So.
It's so funny that this voice is me. But people, when I speak like this, people hear how I sound, they don't hear clearly what I say because they're focusing
On the
on sound. So when I pitch my voice and I speak like this, they think, oh yeah man. And then somebody said, what go on? And I said, oh I'm there. Well, so where that voice I come from, like they believe I put it on or something, you know. No.
So
Like clothes.
I would love to. I mean, I'm giving him a chance to take a sip on all of these things.
Hold on. Like tea. Yeah.
So you know, it's funny that you should just say that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, just Fluffy, is asking if she can get a little bit of the British accent.
Fluffy love. Alright, Fluff. I don't know, what should I say? Yeah? Like, you know, cuz, come on now.
Fluffy, you know, so should I make a show your offering tonight? Should I make a show your offering for Mr. Randy Campbell?
You got to throw some pounds, eh? Some euro. Yeah, this ain't corner shop thing, you know, man. Like, get it up, man. Get it up. Viagra on the money, yeah?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I tell you, it's always excitement and always fun. That's what we give to you. We edutain and we entertain. With that said, Just Fluffy says, oh baby, anything you say will work. Just Fluffy, behave.
Oh.
Behave.
I know what kind of work.
Ruthie says, and my husband that Dwayne says Savage are the best actor.
Oh.
Yeah, Dwayne aka Wagwan man.
Yeah. We're all very good in the bartender.
Let me just
respect.
Yeah. Let me just say, Mr. Campbell, thank you so much for joining us, but I would now like to speak with Mr. Raymond Savage.
Okay, baggage.
When I carry baggage.
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Savage.
Good night, Andrew. Miss Brissett.
I would like to know if you believe that your character, Savage, is close to your personal
Me?
Rodney Campbell.
No, man. I think there's a little bit of anything in all of us when it comes on to a character.
Mm-hmm.
And anything you're able.
Am I speaking to Mr. Savage or is this Mr. Campbell?
No, I'm Savage, your dog.
Alright, sorry, sir.
So anything you're able to put out there,
Mm-hmm.
you're able to be.
Okay.
If it has to be credible enough. The fact is, you become.
Mm-hmm.
And when you become, you know, so I'm almost sure that if tomorrow I'm required to be a pastor, it's not a case that, wait, it look like him turn Christian. It's just, yeah, so I think there's not a fine line between me and Savage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a reasonable line. It's not a highway apart, but it's a,
Okay.
I'm a sweetheart.
You speak for yourself.
You know this.
No. You lost your daughter at a tender age. And we've seen throughout the show how it has affected you.
Yeah.
Have you ever sought like getting counseling or just talking? Because I know some persons don't believe in the counseling part, but have you ever just spoken to anybody about her passing?
Alright, so Savage I would have
Not I will have Savage.
been sent
Yes, sir.
to the GSF counseling and various elements of those things. But Savage believes that his mechanism for therapy is a connection at the cemetery.
Okay.
And I think he believes as well that, and I use the word as a pun, the execution of his duty is in many ways connected to getting rid of all the wrong people for the right reason, because his daughter, he lost his daughter for the wrong reason. You know, you get, but you want to make sure you get rid of the right people.
Exactly.
So I think that is the therapy. But in some ways, I'm not so sure that he's faced the fact that it's almost a manic kind of thing, because him do a lot of things that really a little bit out there, and I don't know that he's planning to live forever. It's almost like, you know,
He's ready to go anytime.
because it is a greater satisfaction to be where his daughter is.
Okay.
I think somewhere there also probably blames himself.
Okay.
Had he not been a policeman,
Ah.
maybe the circumstances would not have led to that.
Okay.
So part of it, and then you're supposed to be the protector. So no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
better you than she.
Yeah.
So there are different dynamics, I think. to
Okay,
it,
so
you know.
okay. You and Mr. Mullins goes a far way.
Yeah.
Do you see him as the father figure that would help to guide you along this way of, you know, getting over your daughter and, you know, passing that, because you are better than what you are now?
Father figure put too much distance between us at this stage. I think probably when Savage just joined in the job, you know, and Mullins would have been a man well recruit him, you know, give him direction, you know. So it's sort of like you look up and say, really, but Savage having had his own level of success, because he's a well decorated police officer as
yes.
well. So you almost get this feeling that he has an autonomous spirit,
Mm-hmm.
but respect still due.
Yes.
And he and Mullins seem sometimes to have a difference of opinion, because he doesn't think Mullins understand what's going on where that is concerned, and it's sort of like the one time gone man will do things, is trying to tell a man him can't do things a certain way, and it's sort of like, hold on. So you reach where you reach, having done all kind of things. Me reach where me, but when you're ready, you want to draw a line and things. So I don't know that man a man, and there's this two alpha male. I don't see Savage being the man to sort of rely on Mullins to help carry him through a period of reckoning and soul searching, because it always going big, but you can't do things so.
Right.
So, you know, allow me make me do my thing. It's
I'm
Savage,
getting
right?
down to the mix-up part, because you know me have to jump vets and jump over real quick and fast.
Through guilt.
What is this relation thing with you and Bubbles? I mean, I know a lot of persons who are here, you know, and you literally have 2 minutes to tell us what is this thing going on, because I have to wrap.
I don't know what anybody asking about, because in my mind, I am just doing my thing, and Bubbles is trying to get me mixed up in a fair thing. However, I personally feel when I look at Savage, you know, I think Bubbles have I don't think it's a soft spot. I think it now becoming a little bit more respect kind of thing. But there's a very nice on a geography, on a biology. Where the next one name?
Chemistry.
No, on zoology. But who knows, you know? But for now, it'll go on. But that's about it, man.
Let me tell you something. There is never a dull moment when you're talking to whether it be Rodney Campbell or Mr. Raymond Savage. You hear how I get bubbles in a mix up? Right, there's a mix up. People, thank you so much for joining our live tonight. You know the two mix up, I'm gonna leave it right there. So if you don't want to see anything else as it relates to Savage and Bubbles, you know you have to log in, join on the Expressions JA's YouTube channel and watch the Bartender. Please remember to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Share, subscribe, and like. Let me see the fire signs for for those of us tonight that's on live. Thank you so much. We do appreciate and love you. Yes, it is a lot of fire. We do appreciate and love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And we do thank Mr. Raymond Savage, Mr. Rodney Campbell for being here on live tonight. You know, as usual, Expressions JA, we educate and we entertain. Thank you so much. We do love you. I'm your host, Shelly Ann Callum, aka the Big Bad Detective, Bubbles, from the YouTube hit series, The Bartender. Love and respect. We out.
Alright, cheers. Can I smoke now? Or may I have to wait on something else? Yeah. You just surprised me to know how you get me with